Time in the WHIP studio is 3:32. Rational Radio rolling until 4 o'clock. A fun show here for you today thus far. We really appreciate Brian Gordon, who is running for Congress in the 2nd District in Pennsylvania, nice enough to join us in studio. We learned a lot from him. There was a debate Thursday night in which he will be partaking in against a couple of his opponents on the Democratic side. And continuing our series of people running for political office, once again, we cannot understate how important this election cycle is. And in Pennsylvania, the national stage really has their eyes on one specific Senate race in Pennsylvania. Senator Pat Toomey is running for re-election. And on the Democratic side, there are a couple people running for that spot. Last week, we spoke to Mayor John Fetterman of Braddock, Pennsylvania. And today, nice enough to give us some time, is Admiral Joe Sestak. How are you doing today, sir?
Great to be with you. Thanks for having me, all of you.
No problem.
We obviously appreciate it. And, of course, we know that you served in politics before you were a congressman, and you worked with both sides of the aisle. You've talked a lot in your message about working with Republicans and Democrats alike. So first, talk about really the current state of politics and why you think you can bridge the gap from the Democratic side to the Republican side.
I think the leadership of both parties has actually gone about this the wrong way. First off, they tend to think about the party above people. The soul of America is those three great words that begin our Constitution, we the people. And when I held up my combat boots that I'd worn on the ground in Afghanistan for a short mission as head of the Navy's anti-terrorism unit, and I held them up in front of Independence Hall, and I said, I'm going to walk across Pennsylvania, 422 miles, to show people I will walk in their shoes, because I'm an independent who happens to be a Democrat. It's not about party, it's not about type, it's about people. And that's how I was as a congressman. I was the second Democratic congressman since the Civil War in my district. And in my second race, I won by 20 points. And all I put up was yard signs. I raised $3 million. I didn't need it. We kept the office open 7 days a week to 9 o'clock every night. So people could come in. We had interns, 50 from the local colleges, like Temple, who came and worked in my office, helping out. And we took care of 18,000 constituents' problems. And then when I went to Congress, I was called the most productive congressman of my class. 20 pieces of bipartisan legislation fixed. Why? Because I didn't beat up on the Republican Party. What I said is, here's a practical way we can have a principled compromise without compromising our principle, and have the first movement in 12 years of money into autism for research to help those where 1 out of every 45 children born today, this year, will have autism, the first Elder Abuse Act. And so those are the kinds of efforts and the kinds of ways of working in a very pragmatic way without beating up the other side.